hello, and welcome to the show at Wrestling with Entertainment, bringing you the latest exclusive news, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday, and interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, that guy, James J., alongside the leader of Squash Squad, Kaliko Yas.
Squashing ain't dead, these hoes just scared.
And
Hey,
the American Scooter Dust.
I swear, I had something clever to say right here.
Oh, and,
That means move on.
and it's a great day for wrestling with, as last week on the show we interviewed Shotgun Adams. Interesting, passionate interview, especially if you're into more of the Nordum variety of content. And condolences to Ryan Best because Shotgun coming for him. But this upcoming Wednesday, we got Sarah Bubbles on the show. Relatively newcomer, but making a name for herself, and definitely a lot of laughs, a lot of insight on Sarah and her wrestling journey that you don't want to miss. And it's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with the news, of course. Um, and I mean, I don't want to go too much into this because it's a controversial subject. But Jordan Grace made some comments along the lines about Chris Benoit. We won't get into everything she said, but the one thing that really stuck out to me was that she said that Chris Benoit wouldn't be able to hang with the wrestlers of today because he couldn't remember matches. Scooter, your thoughts on, a healthy, not pre-murderous Chris Benoit in 2022.
Well, given that uh, I'd like to see Jordan Grace go through undiagnosed CTE and see if she can remember how to throw together spot after spot, night after night.
Right. What say you, Kaliko?
based on the flippy floppy shit, Chris Benoit probably wouldn't even want to be here. he probably got like 5 wrestlers he probably want to wrestle in today's day and age based on his style.
Yeah. Um, Trevor Carell made some comments as well, saying that Jordan Grace may have lost a lot of respect as a pro wrestler for her comments. Agree or disagree, Scooter?
I absolutely agree. She's
Kaliko?
No comment.
Alright, let's get into something more fun. Pat McAfee re-signs with WWE multiple year deal. Um, I mean, they have to re-sign this guy. He's probably one of the biggest things they got going, and he doesn't actually get in the ring nearly as often as their actual competitors. Your thoughts, Scooter?
I mean, Pat McAfee resigning, good.
Resigning.
I don't know if I could say anything more than I mean I don't know if I could say anything more than re-signing is good. I mean he's definitely made SmackDown entertaining. Yeah, I think that honestly I think that's really all I could say.
All right. What about you, Kalika?
Um,
I'm gonna say this much: he's probably the most impactful guy in WWE, and people don't even know it because he made commentary fun. One, he made Michael Cole energetic and likable, and he can wrestle.
Yeah,
Perfect trifecta. Why wouldn't you sign him?
somebody that is currently signed that maybe nobody else knows that signed. Ilya Dragunov got injured and is relinquishing the United Kingdom Championship. Kind of feels like the UK NXT is really the Forest Promotion Forest Pro Wrestling Association. But I mean, another injury and on a WWE guy and the main champion. What does that kind of do for? I mean, NXT UK, Scooter.
Given that they they seem to be very iffy with who they want to put the NXT UK Championship. In fact, it's probably the title that's been given the most consideration in how it's defended in the last 5 years by somebody who actually wants to defend it. Um, the question is, does this pull any remaining momentum that NXT UK had left? Uh, because quite frankly, I think NXT UK is a dying breed. Um, I mean, we're seeing more and more NXT UK talent being brought over. I think, I think, and then I think they're gonna crown a new UK champion, and then they're gonna do a unification, and then they're just gonna absorb everything into one NXT brand.
That's an interesting take. What say you, Kalika?
Wouldn't they have done that by now? Right? Like I would have thought after Walter they would have did it. I would have thought
Hmm.
after Dunn they would have done it. Because their biggest chance to do it was when NXT and NXT UK had like their own little in rival, right?
Yeah, the collision
So
course or
yeah, the worlds collide type thing.
worth
So
collide?
if they wasn't done then, it wasn't never gonna get done. Plus, I think they're trying to keep a stable footing in international waters if they end up wanting to bring Indies cats over.
But Scooter said something that I find a little interesting. That they're really considering who to put the belt on because the UK NXT title is one of probably the more prestigious titles that nobody sees. I mean, uh, Dunn held the title for what 2 years? Walter maybe 3 years. Dragunov was coming up on a year, and you know, it just seems like yeah, it has that prestige behind it. But again, It's in the words, does anybody see it?
It's across the pond, so if anybody wants to see it, well, then that's on us as fans because we can't sit up here and bitch about WWE not expanding shit when they got because I always said it this way: WWE used to try to be like the Jack in the Box of wrestling, right? If you wanted the entertainment shit, put it on Raw. If you want the wrestling shit, SmackDown, NXT, UK. Now it's starting to get merged because no one really kind of cared because they was just so stuck up on Raw because of the fact that Raw is the number one show. It's the A show, right?
Right.
SmackDown's the B show. B show's on regular channel TV, so more people can see it because it's on a channel that's not cable related. You know what I mean? It's on a
Right.
local channel. NXT UK is on Peacock, and no one's really trying to jump on Peacock like that. Now, if it was on the network, it would have got more views to me because, I mean, overseas they still have the network, so the network has to be doing something over there in order for, you know what I mean?
Right.
It has
Right.
to be
To
doing
show.
something on the network to warrant the network still staying overseas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the dilemma.
No, I get it.
That's and that's the only reason I think they're not going to pull it because I'm betting you Canada and UK are their biggest subscribers.
I think Canada got Peacock.
Really?
Yeah, so maybe it's time for.
Yes.
Holy shit! I got a heart attack right now. No, literally, I'm about to have a heart attack.
Somebody that definitely had a heart attack was the Wrestling Entertainment Series. Their debut show got canceled. Me and Scooter did a preview of that show quite some time ago. It got bumped from July 4th, I think it was July 3rd or 4th to the 9th to being outright canceled. Uh, your thoughts, Scooter?
Mm, I mean, this really seemed like it was one of the promotions that really had the most promise. Because it was finally going to be something that really the Middle East could lay claim to in terms of having a wrestling promotion. Um, However, I'm not surprised.
Why is that?
I'm not surprised, and it's very common in this business to announce something before it's even got off the ground, and you could have numerous handshake promises in your back pocket. You could have your pockets overflowing with them. Uh, at the end of the day, when everything is in writing, uh, then you start with the promoting now and putting forth the idea of something like this. There's nothing against it. It's the fact that they were operating under a specific time frame that I'm not sure if they knew they couldn't meet it or if everything just fell out from underneath it to make it happen at that time. So,
Well, I think you're referring to the fact that Nia Jax and several other wrestlers pulled out of the event uh, way prior to the event ever actually happening. Um, what are your thoughts, Kaliko?
I think this is the one time where you can look at AEW and say that they did it right. They wasn't hodgepodging shit. They actually tried to put it together as sonically and as sound as you can. So this would be the example rather than trying to be the hot flash in the pan, right? Um, I think they should have took their time with it rather than ended up being shortchanged with Uber hype and trying to build a momentum and try to ride it into it. But they think they built it too quickly, and it's like building a house on sand.
Mm. Well, according to the Wrestling Entertainment Series, they had paid Nia Jax's fee in full, and she decided at the last minute she didn't want to appear. Um, I'm it could be rumor and innuendo, but I mean there were others that failed to appear on the show as well. If you know everybody did actually appear, this show would have happened, right?
Well, one wrestler you could say that, but 10 to 12,
Right.
you know what I mean? One's a mistake, two's a habit, three's a pattern.
Okay. And there is the fact that they were in a 1,000 seat arena and only sold 350 tickets. Could that go into maybe the talent not wanting to appear? They didn't get their checks or etc.
No.
etc. Scooter.
Say that one more time.
Would them only selling 350 tickets out of a 10,000 seat arena, would that mean that, they wrestling entertainment didn't get the money they needed to pay the talent that they had advertised?
Hmm. That's a difficult question to concern. Ooh, God, I need to think on that.
Something tells me this isn't the last we're gonna hear of everything that happened. Um, and do you think this is just something we're gonna say happened once in existence, or do you think wrestling entertainment series will eventually get off the ground somewhere in the future, maybe with a hashtag WESLOL? Scooter. Oh, Felica, you wanna go?
But if Nia Jax is out here tweeting Firefest wrestling memes, yeah, it's kind of yeah. just know that's the mood she's in. But then again, I would think wrestlers would show up if they got paid. They wouldn't care if it was two people in the fucking arena. They'd go out there and rock that shit.
Scooter, your thoughts?
Hmm. God,
Scooter, you there?
Jesus. Oh man, my. Oh God, my thoughts are at a loss. I'm forgetting everything. Say it one more time. Yes, I'm a moron. And don't say
Uh,
that. Just repeat the question.
do you think that wrestling entertainment series will ever get off the ground, or is this a fire fest meme now?
Hmm. I don't know if they. I honestly I don't know if they'll get off the ground. I hope they will. Um. You know, until I see something concrete, I'm going to assume it's not happening.
All right.
And yeah, based on that, I guess it's a Fire Fest meme at this point.
WESLOL is, I think, the appropriate answer to all of this.
Making his debut soon, Wes Lull.
Well, speaking of a bowl, it was the American holiday of the 4th of July, and with it came a great American bash, or bass. Do you like bass, or are you more of a salmon bass? Oh, and we lost Scooter.
Uh, I heard bash and then salmon.
Yes, we had the Great American Bass. And do you prefer bass or
Oh,
salmon?
I prefer trout.
What say you, Kaliko?
The pilot? More of a halibut person myself.
And of course, that begs the question: what would Gigi do for a decent piece of fish?
For a pair of shoes.
Your thoughts, Portia?
For a pair of fish.
Good go, Portia. Alright,
I'm gonna cook that damn part.
There we go, halibut. All I saw was
10 minutes
left the
later,
meeting. 10 minutes later, halibut.
on a serious note, congratulations to Roxanne and Cora Jade. Gigi, maybe you'll get your title back. You'll definitely get a pair of shoes. And JC, well, I think JC will be at the local coffee shop singing a tune. So catch that. Alright, now that we're done with the news, quick word from our sponsor.